To the Eastern Cape now, where 7 people have died and 7 others have been seriously injured after the taxi they were travelling in overturned. Now, the crash happened on the R61 between Cradock and Tuckestad in the early hours of this morning. The taxi, which was travelling from Cape Town, was carrying 14 adults and 5 children. It's believed that the driver lost control of the taxi, which overturned after a tyre burst. 7 people died instantly. The injured were rushed to a nearby hospital. The MEC of Safety and Transport has extended his condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones and wish those recovering in hospital a speedy recovery. Let's join now live from the Eastern Cape, Unati Bingose, who is the spokesperson for the Transport Department. Unati, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. What is the condition of the 7 people who were rushed to hospital?
Well, their condition remains critically well, but the information we're getting from authorities is that at the very least they are stable in their critical condition. So that is encouraging, and we can only hope and pray that they will make it through and won't succumb to their injuries, as was the case in another accident that we had yesterday that claimed 3 lives on the spot, and we were later informed that 2 more people had died in hospital as a result of the injuries. Today's accident actually takes the number of people who have died on our roads since the beginning of this weekend to 14, and that is from 3 separate crashes.
That certainly must be of concern, given that we're now deep into the festive season itself, Unati. And, as police and other law enforcement agencies, together with the Transport Department as well, what are you doing to ensure that there is a high visibility of law enforcement agencies on the Eastern Cape roads? Because we have a lot of people who are travelling from places like Gauteng to the Eastern Cape to enjoy with family members and as well enjoy the beach.
Well, we have no choice but to be up and out and about. As the volume of traffic is steadily on the increase in the Eastern Cape, driving around the province, you can tell that a lot of people are coming. And it's largely public transport that is coming from far away from other provinces like the Western Cape and Gauteng that is blocking up our roads at the moment. And of course, our officers are out on the ground to ensure that the rule of law is upheld and to ensure that, as bad as the picture looks at the moment, it does not get any worse. We've had quite a number of arrests, which we believe that may have possibly have saved a lot of lives along the way. It's people largely who have been caught driving drunk, and of course those who have been caught driving recklessly. A case in point was an arrest that was made near Queenstown yesterday, where a taxi fully loaded that was coming from Johannesburg was caught driving, overtaking about 7 cars on a barrier line. And the driver of that car, as I'm speaking to you now, is behind bars and is being charged with reckless driving. So our officers are out on the ground to ensure that the rule of law is upheld and the lives are saved.
Unati, it seems that this particular taxi overturned after a tyre burst. So that brings into question the issue of roadworthiness, in particular public transport that is carrying, people from one destination to the other. How much focus is the Eastern Cape government, in particular your department, putting on the roadworthiness of this public transport? Because majority of them, of course, are travelling long distances and are carrying a lot of people to destinations at which they hope to arrive alive at.
The importance of roadworthiness of vehicles that road users are using can never be overemphasized, and we're asking everyone before they get into that car, they must ensure that it is roadworthy. Particularly those that are using, those that are used as taxis, we're asking the organizations to go on board to ensure that their roadworthiness is up, and that because when we come across them on our roads, do not pay any claims, do not laugh at them. A lot of them have been impounded. We do have pounds all across the province to ensure that such vehicles are taken off our roads to ensure that the passengers who have been using them get to their destination safely. As I'm speaking to you now, there are quite a number of them. I was in a roadblock in Port Elizabeth only yesterday, and I know that no less than 3 were impounded due to unroadworthiness.
Unati Bingose, who is the spokesperson for the Transport Department in the Eastern Cape. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Now, 3